What is up guys, Jack here with another video and... Hold on a minute. Okay, I was actually not doing the Bird Box challenge, which is apparently a thing, 2019, off for a good start. Nor was I trying to do an imitation of Sandra Adblock. No, I was trying to imitate my second favorite villain in the Warcraft world. That is of course Illidan Stormrage, because today I'm going to be reacting to the Burning Crusade cinematic, a continuation of my bit of a nostalgia trip down memory lane. It's a bit redundant, isn't it? But anyways, Burning Crusade, what an amazing expansion. The first one that we got, of course, aside from the classic. The introduction of the new world of Outland, expansion to level 70, and so much more lore building. I mean, again, what made this so great was that we already had the build up from Warcraft 3, so we already knew a bit of a background, at least for those of us who had played the game. And of course for newcomers as well, this was very captivating. And it was probably the peak of, you know, brain APM. So, if you don't know what that is basically when in video games, especially like online video games, the types of things that you have to notice or engage with in a certain given moment or at the time. So for example, when you are raiding, what you have to pay attention to, the aggro on the boss, how much DPS that you are supposed to be doing, your health, all of that, when it is that you are supposed to be backing away from a target, and yeah, the routine that we have built up over the years. And to me, it was probably when it was at its highest. Because sure, the upcoming expansion also included some pretty amazing mechanics, but we were still not part of that it's getting kind of easy World of Warcraft attitude that we have nowadays. Which, don't get me wrong, I do believe that there's a lot of things here in WoW now that is too easy, and that have been worked with a lot more because the game has become a bit too anti-social, which is a bit of a weird thing to say because it's an online game, but yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it, but you might disagree. But without further ado, I've been talking probably a bit too long, let's watch the cinematic.
Imprisoned for 10,000 years.
Oh. His voice actor is amazing. He does a lot of animes actually.
Banished from my own homeland. And now you dare enter my realm.
Dark Portal. Oh, the meme! The legendary meme! Exar! I mean, this was like really made the entire thing feel so much more like fantasy. And because it was so new. Of course, the Blood Elf and their mana or magic addiction. That's actually the Sunwell Plateau in the background, right? The Naga, of course the Naga. Almost forgot about those. Yay, Hex! No, Hex, that's Shaman. Sorry. Turn to shit. Well, that was not an actual spell. Skull of cooldown.
You are not prepared.
No, we were not. I wiped that raid several times. Even as a level 80 during the next expansion. Do you feel that? This epicness. Look, Illidan Stormrage is my second favorite villain in Warcraft. And there are tons of reasons for that, because first of all, I am a sucker for like good and like anti-villain. Yeah, like they are villains because they don't have motives. Well, he had a good motive, but the way that he went about it was terrible. Since he did not mention his plan to anyone because, well, the Legion had his ears. There are ears everywhere. They could notice whenever you would say something. Plus, he's bound to a demon, the answer to the realm. So, yeah. Kill Jaden, who was his boss at the time, would have noticed if he was doing something shady. Yet, I always loved his history with Malfurion, who is a total badass now since the Night Elf's home has been burned, and he might actually be acting a lot more like his brother and being a bit more rash. He was just great. Him and also his relationship with Maiev Shadowsong, I mean, those two definitely had a thing. They definitely did. I mean, just look at their interactions in Legion. It's just amazing, that bit of a hate boner that they have with each other. But Burning Crusade was great. It was also a time where a henchman shaman reigned supreme in PvP and could also tank. God bless that Wind Fury if you were lucky. And we also got one of the most amazing, or arguably the best set for Warlocks ever. Well, the entirety of tier 4 through 6 was amazing. Just reminding me of the time that I spent grinding for the Netherwing Drakes. That sucked. Because first and foremost, you had to follow that bloody spirit guided by Khadgar. And yeah, visiting Shattrath City for like 20 minutes. That was the worst 20 minutes of my life in that game. And I freaking hated it, but it was necessary in order to choose a faction. I mean, it's so much good stuff, and it was at a time that we actually got things like the World of Warcraft community really going with the guilds and stuff, because you actually, yes, we already did that before with Molten Core and Blackwing Lair, but with the new raids and a new world that we did not know anything about, like the communication between people and the creation of raids, guilds, I mean, were a lot more important. And it of course peaked, in my opinion, in Wrath of the Lich King, which is going to be the next video. But guys, if you like this reaction of mine, please give the video a like, and if you have any recommendation whatsoever, leave them in the comment section as well, and tell me, what are your favorite moments of Burning Crusade if you did play the expansion, or if you were active at that time? Let me know in the comment section below as well, and yeah, please subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.